What we do know is that Alex Pereira is going to be fighting a guy who could be his most formidable opponent because of the style. But what we also have to take into effect is that Pereira feels that his relationship with Strickland is so strong that he's willing to travel across the world to corner him. To me, it seems dangerous.
Bem-vindos ao canal Clips MMA. O fato de que Alex Poatan estará no corner do Seam Strickland nesse sábado na Austrália tá deixando muita gente preocupada. Claro, daqui a um mês, Poatan vai enfrentar o Ankalaev no UFC 313 em Las Vegas. Todo mundo tá falando que ele deveria estar 100% focado nos treinos, apesar de ele ter levado a equipe toda para a Austrália para não interromper o camp. Bom, confiram o que o Daniel Cormier falou sobre isso, deixem a opinião de vocês aí nos comentários e bora!
Alex Pereira is reportedly cornering Seam Strickland for UFC 312. You know, we have this weird thing going on in mixed martial arts right now where former opponents are now training together and building these bonds with each other as they prepare for massive events. Seam Strickland got knocked out by Alex Pereira on Alex Pereira's way to a world title, and then they started training together. And then Pereira cornered him. So that becomes a thing. We don't know what those training sessions look like, but I think what you don't understand as people on the outside is it's more than just the training. It's the bond that's built outside of the training. How much time are these guys spending together to build a relationship once they are outside of the gym? This, to me, tells me that Pereira and Strickland are building a relationship that's very strong. Why? Because we already know that Alex Pereira has a fight on the books, Las Vegas, UFC 313, right? What we do know is that Alex Pereira is going to be fighting a guy who could be his most formidable opponent because of the style. But what we also have to take into effect is that Pereira feels that his relationship with Strickland is so strong that he's willing to travel across the world to corner him. To me, it seems dangerous. To me, it seems risky for Alex to go all the way to Australia knowing everything that goes into a training camp and how hard that travel can be on your body when you're preparing to be or continue to defend your world championship. So how strong is that bond? Right? How strong is that bond? How much does Seam Strickland now mean to Alex Pereira for him to take that risk? Because trust me, guys, it is a risk. It is a risk. When you look at Ankalaev and you look at the way those guys have been going back and forth, when you look at the fighting style or the ability, it all boils down to this. Alex Pereira could beat up Ankalaev's legs, as we saw Jan Blachowicz do, and him look like he could not stand. But Ankalaev has that ability to take him down and hold him down. He said he ain't going to do that. It, to me, would seem like a massive mistake to not do that. Or to anyone in the world that watches fighting and knows what it takes to go and get a victory. It seems like Ankalaev should use that wrestling he showed in round 4 and 5 against Jan Blachowicz to win those rounds against Alex Pereira. Hell, we saw Jan Blachowicz hold Alex Pereira down for a round and a half. And what still is his most competitive fights is going up to 205. But to add to that, the travel, different time zone, the sleep patterns and sleep schedule, it's difficult. It's difficult to add that. So to me, Seam Strickland must be one of Alex Pereira's best friends because you don't do that for just anything, anybody. Now, one thing I won't do is question Alex. I'm done. I won't question whether or not he can wrestle. I won't question any of that anymore because he has proven it time and time again that whatever he is doing is right. And it's allowed for him to become one of the greatest fighters of all time. Yes, he is one of the greatest fighters of all time in the shortest amount of time I have ever seen anyone build a legacy that is that strong or a resume that is that strong. Never seen it. I've never seen someone do what Pereira's done, and he's a free spirit. And maybe that free spirit allows for him to be as good as he's been. This dude's the man. And if he gets through this next challenge, if he gets through Ankalaev, I'm going on the record and saying that light heavyweight is going to have a Poatan problem for a really long time.